At first, I couldn't find a shop that wasn't out of stock. Then I got an email and that said, "Hey Grace, we have something you might still want." So I jumped. Hey there, it's Grace. Welcome back. Welcome if you are new. Thank you for being here for another Grace video. Now this one's going to be cool. She says gleefully. Last year in 2023, for the first time, I bought an Inkvent calendar, and that was the Diamine. I was enamored with the fact that I could get like a whole slew of teeny tiny mini bottles of ink just for me. And this is what started me on my newly instituted this year small ink bottle rule. And I unveiled one ink a day for Vlogmas. That was the first time for me too. Even though for part of it I was traveling to the UK and I took all my gear to swatch, record, and edit and upload. Yeah, that. So when the news came out that Diamine Inkvent calendar was coming out this year, I paused. And I paused. And I paused some more. I just wasn't sure yet that I wanted it. And then Colorverse decided to entice me with their first box, and I was intrigued, but still not enough to buy right away. So when I finally decided which one I want, yes, I want this one, there were none, nada, zilch, none left at all, anywhere in stock. I mean, I ran into out of stock, all over the place, even across the pond. After shipping, it would have been a scorcher to the wallet, but I was willing to. Now, when they were starting to ship, I decided I'm gonna peek at some of the videos because they were all out of stock, both the Colorvent and the Colorvent, yes, and the Diamine Inkvent. They were all out of stock, so I thought, let me just go and peek. So I peeked at just some of them. Literally, I watched the first videos like this. I literally did that. And then I saw enough of both of them that I'm like, okay. It's okay that I didn't get any of them this year. It's okay because what I was seeing others swatch didn't exactly entice me. Whew. Relief. Wasn't so bad that I didn't get one after all. Then I got the email. That said, one of these boxes is now available again. I don't know how that happened, but I jumped again. Let's get to the overhead so I can swatch them for you. Okay, spoiler alert. In case you got a box and you don't want to see the inks before you open your box, spoiler alert, I am going to be swatching inks from one of the calendars. And by the way, I will be uploading these calendar ink videos in batches. Here are the first eight inks. The first 8. Well, let's go. So, I gotta tell you, I have this thing about me. Now, I want to open and unbox new items on camera because I want to be as surprised as you guys are when I open something. So, you'll see what I have. This is it. So this box has been sitting. Okay, truth be told, this box has been sitting under my desk, out of sight, purposely put out of sight for the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks, y'all. 2 weeks. I was busy, and then I got sick, and here we are opening it up now. Anyway, I've actually had people ask me, how can I order something, have it be delivered, and then have the box sit unopened for so long? I don't know. It's an art. It's a discipline I have that I've acquired. Anyway, it's here now. Let's open the box and see. I actually thought, from photographs, this box was, am I gonna get out of camera range here? Let's just officially open. And I got mine from Fountain Pen Revolution. We'll put that over here out of the way. And let's get to, I swear, it is so much bigger then I realized, oh my God, oh, and it's heavy. Oh my word. Okay, oh, come on, Gia. We have to get closer. So this is the Colorverse calendar. Okay, hold on while I take a picture, because I gotta take a picture of this before it's been disturbed. Alrighty. Alrighty. Oh my God. This has been a long process to actually have this in front of me. I actually like this box too. I really like this box. Let's see. Each of the bottles holds 15 mils of ink, and all are, of course, never seen before inks from Colorverse. And this ink, which you can see, is inspired by the universe. I cannot wait to hear these names. I have this thing with Colorverse inks right now. I am all about them. And I actually have a video of a haul of Colorverse inks. I'll link that below, that you can go and watch, because those inks are gorgeous. Gorgeous. The thing about this also is, like Diamond, Colorverse will choose the top 3 most popular inks based on buyer feedback, and then release those in regular size bottles in 2025. So if you find one here, it will go to Colorverse and put you in your bid for it being the most favorite. I am sat here looking for number 1, and here it is. One thing I wanted to let you know, remember I mentioned in the introduction that what I'll be doing is releasing these in batches of 8, so 4 at a time, because there's 24 inks, 4 at a time, and then each video will just be 8 inks, swatching them all at once, or 1 per day. I ain't trying to do that. Nope. I did it once. I love that I did it the one time with Diamond last year. I ain't trying to do that again. You're getting all the chunks in one. So if you have not yet seen the calendar and you haven't opened yours yet, I don't know why, like me, you haven't opened it, but then again, stop the video right here, because I'm gonna start showing. Alrighty, let's get to number 1. And I know some people open the box from a different side so this isn't marred. I actually like to have the windows to see that the windows are open. I'm trying to. I just love their ink bottles. Come on, get out of there already. Oh, okay. What do we say? SuperGiant is a color inspired by supergiants, which are hot, bright stars. So this is the first ink. It is called SuperGiant. Let's ink that one. Let me get all 8 out, I think that's the best. Let me get all 8 out. All right, the second one is, I remember with Diamond I had to get help to get them out as well, because they're stuck in there. The second one is called Edge of Night. Edge of Night is a color inspired by the dusky moment when night ends and dawn begins. Oh, that's gonna be a really pretty color. Alrighty, I'm gonna line them up in order, I think, over here, so I don't mess up and don't get something. Number 3. Let's do number 3. Number 3 is called Moonlit Veil. Interesting. It is a color inspired by the moment when the moonlight softly illuminates a dark night. I swear, I love it when people put effort into naming why they name this. This is Moonlit Veil. Okay, number 3. Number 4. Where's number 4? 4. There we go. I'm gonna get another thing. I don't like using that. I'm gonna use my bone folder that I've had forever and a day. This one is called This one is called Sailing Stones. Ooh. Sailing Stones is a color inspired by the phenomenon. I think they were supposed to have that on a different line. Phenomenon of sailing stones, rocks that seem to move on their own. What? I've never heard of that. A sailing stone. Wow. Okay. There we go. There's 4. Where's number 5? That's much easier. Number 5 is Rosette Nebula. Rosette Nebula was inspired by the beauty of the Rosette Nebula, a rose in space. What? I know I keep saying what, but jeez. Rosette Nebula. Looks like it's a pink. Okay, 5. Where is 6? 6 is here. Get the thing, because you can't open it. Okay. Ooh. Kilonova. Is that a Kilonova or a Kilonova? Oh my god. Kilonova is a color inspired by the intense explosion that occurs when 2 neutron stars merge. Oh my gosh, I love the names. Okay, 5, 6, 7. 7, you are there. By the way, I still have my Diamine Inkvent tray. I'm never going to give it up. Never going to give it up. Rover. Rover is a color inspired by unmanned rovers designed to explore the surface of planets. There is Rover. Alrighty, 7, 8. Excuse my dry hands. They are very dry and I don't want to put lotion on them because I'm about to swatch. Okay, there we go. Thanks a little bit. Blue moon, you saw me standing alone. Stop. Okay, blue moon is a color inspired by phenomenon. I think that's what they were trying to do in 4. The word is, anyway, of a blue moon, which is the second full moon in a month. Ooh, blue moon, you are pretty. You are just a pretty thing. Okay, 8. 8, that's it. That's it, that's all. I was about to go do more. Okay, let me put this away and set up for swatching. Be right back. Or as my kid like to say, BRB. Alrighty, let's get this thing started. Tools I'm using my Midori notebook. This is my swatch, my 2024 swatch notebook. Cannot wait to do a flip through of this. That'll probably be coming at the end of the year, probably maybe in the beginning of the year. I think I might save it for January. Then we have my Jinhao my Jinhao 82 glass dip pen, one of my faves. And then to do the swatches, I'm going to use my glass dip pen. No, that is wrong. I'm going to use my folded nib. Come on, Grace. Get it together, girl. All right. First one up is SuperGiant. And I wish I'd printed out or had the names, read the names or the description for it. I might do that in part 2 because it helps to know the name. Alrighty, here we go. Look at that. So pretty. And let's write the name. And I'm going to be very redundant. You'll see in a minute. Gotta keep you down. This is beautiful. Beautiful. That's day 1. Day 2 is, this one is Edge of Night. Look at that. I love the fact that they've based them all on the universe. 24 inks on the universe. Alrighty, this one Edge of Night. What do you have for us, Edge of Night? Really, it wants to border on being a blue-black ink, but it doesn't write like a blue-black, which I'm quite happy about. It's a pretty color though. I have, I'm gonna see, I'm gonna be editing this video quite a lot with all the coughing that I'm doing, but that's okay. Next one up is Moonlit Veil. Obviously a very, very light gray. And one of the things, stuff that you don't know is I actually went and untwisted all the bottles because obviously they hadn't been opened yet, and untwisted them, and some of them took a little bit to get open, but just to make this part easier. Oh, that's really great. I wonder how that's gonna dry. Come on, cough, just for this bit. Don't come in. I wonder what makes certain colors of ink drier than others. In the same collection. That's what I'm trying to say. This feels a bit on the dry side, but one of the things I do like about it is the fact that it's legible. Sometimes grays, grays and yellows, some light pinks, sometimes they're just not legible. And let's do this instead. I think I'm gonna put that just over there. Next one up is, this is the one that I thought was so interesting. This is called Sailing Stones. So I'm dying. You all need to figure out what you're doing because you're in the way. Alrighty. Okay, I'm okay with taupe. I am okay with taupe. As I say, really, the only inks that I really don't enjoy writing with are those where I cannot read my writing. And I said before that I'm gonna write the name because I just want to write the name. There you go. Alrighty. 4 down. 4 more to go for this session. Gonna move you over here and maybe put you up here so I can get to you without messing that gorgeousness up. Undo that. How about we do that? Alrighty. Oh my gosh, I forgot. I know you're thinking, Gracie, you didn't show it to me yet. Here it comes. This one is called Rosette. Is it Rosette? Rosette Nebula, not Rosetta. Rosette Nebula. Dying to see how pink this is, because it's definitely a pink. And I am a liar. It is wine-ish colored. What is the word? Cabernet? It's more in the dark red. I swore that was going to be a pink. A dark pink, but I swore it was going to be a pink. That's so strange because as I'm looking at it, it wants to look in the same shading as day one. This is interesting. All right, day 6. Day 6 is Kilonova. Kilonova. I want to say Kilonova, not Kilonova. I'm going to say Kilonova. That's how I'm going to pronounce it. And this is one of the bottles that is too big. This is one of the bottles that is just too big. It won't go in. All the other bottles were fine. Did I get any? Let me see how much I got. Yeah, I got some in. I got some. Wow. That is a beautiful violet color. Oh my word. I cannot wait to see these dried. Oh my word. Alrighty, next one out. We have, oh, this one word, Rover. And it's another gray. So let's, isn't that interesting? A red and red, blue, purple. This just so happens that it's just done like that. See how that, I want to say, look how that goes in, no problem. It's some of the neck bottles are just a bit wide. What's up with that Colorverse? Oh, this is a, almost wants to read chocolatey. No, it's not chocolatey. When I first put it on, it looked chocolatey. It's definitely reading charcoal. Let's see what we have. I swear it's reading brown. I swear to you, from what I'm seeing, it's like underneath. Oh, okay, stop. Just get the swatch down. Come on. There's gonna be some stuff coming out in there. Oh my word. Alrighty, last one. I can put this away, I think. Pretty sure I can put this away. The last one in this whole first set, part 1. Remember, there will be 3 parts to this unveiling. Well, there's only one bottle that really had that issue, not going the folded nib. Wow, this is a tealy, dusty tealy action going on. Blue Moon. Did I show you this one? I don't know that I showed you this one. Let's make its official. Let's do its official unveiling so you can see this one too. I think I just opened it up and you didn't get to see. So here we go. I'm gonna do that for you. This one is Blue Moon. Okay, I'm gonna let these dry and then I'm going to come back and do a final thoughts. Let's just see how they show up. Alrighty. Alright, let's get to some final thoughts on these colors, the first 8 colors. And whilst they were drying, I actually took the inspiration, the words on the cards that you saw when I opened the box, each hidden box. I took them and wrote them down because I really want to repeat them as I go through all of these. Okay, let's start with this one. This one is called Colorverse SuperGiant for day 1. And SuperGiant, they describe it as a color inspired by supergiants, which are hot, bright stars. And it makes sense because I think this is a really bright red. It's I'm trying to see, make sure you get the red. It's almost it reads cherry red to me more than anything. It reads cherry red in the swatch, definitely, especially above here. But it's different. It comes off different in the writing. At first when I swatched it, it looked like deep, this part here, was deep shading, but after drying, let's see if I can get it to show up. It looks like all this there. It looks like brownish. It's not a copper shading. It looks like a brown shading. Wonder if I can, there we go. See that? It doesn't look like copper. It looks brown. What? I've never seen a brown sheen in any of the inks I have. So the color in the writing, it comes across as almost like super saturated in color. I mean, when you compare it to the other inks, the writing does not look as saturated as that one does. That's so good. That's amazing to me. I love that. Okay, day 2 was Colorverse Edge of Night. And Edge of Night is a color inspired by the dusky moment when night ends and dawn begins. And it's interesting because when I opened the box, and I read what it said, but I didn't pay any attention to it. And then afterwards, I was writing notes about what they remind me of. The color, the word that I wrote for this one, and I don't know if I've been influenced by reading it previously, but the color I wrote for this one is a deep, musky, grayish blue. I mean, really? That's what it comes. I originally thought it was a blue-black. But when it dries, thankfully it doesn't turn into that. I'm not a fan of blue-black, so there you go. I think it's a more like an understated royal blue with hints of gray muting it down. I think that's what it is. You know what? Let me see a couple of colors that I was thinking of. There were a couple of colors. Where is it? This one, I thought it was close to Aurora Blue-Black, which is why I had the blue-black reference here, definitely. Let me see if there's another one that I remember. This one, Colorverse Blue Dragon, of course, a Colorverse color again. And it has, the color looks, on camera it looks really teal, but there's bits of the blue on the bottom edge here that looks like this, and here as well. So those are the two colors that I thought of for this one that it reminded me of. That is day 2. Day 3 is Colorverse. I almost have too much light here. I'm gonna do something and hopefully I don't regret it. That's much better. Okay. This color is Colorverse Moonlit Veil. Moonlit Veil is a color inspired by the moment when the moonlight softly illuminates a dark night. I must have been influenced by this stuff because for my notes, when I wrote it, I said it's a light gray, like it's been touched by actual light that gives off softness and light. What? Was this in my brain? Did it stay in my brain? And the words, because that's exactly how I thought of it. It's just like little, it's just a muted, softed, it's not even muted, it's just soft light, this swatch is. And the writing isn't bad. Remember my criteria for ink that writes, I have to be able to read it. You can read that gray. That's so cool. Okay, you know what? It reminds me of, what does it remind me of? Let me see if I can find, I don't think this is it. I don't even know where it is. I'm not gonna find it, am I? Oh yes, I did find it. It reminded me, when I first swatched it, of Monteverde Moonstone, and that is double the darkness. But it's almost like it's Moonstone's little brother, maybe? You know, he's just starting out and he's not as dark and rich and as daring as Moonstone, but he's starting. Oh my God, that's just, okay. Let's get to, Okay, the color I was going through that thing. The color that I saw was not the same. Wait a minute. I did. What I'm looking for is Aurora Gray. Yeah, it could be Aurora Gray. The one that I'm thinking of. Okay, let's do these two. Okay, Aurora again. Aurora Gray. That could be a similar. In fact, I'm looking at the writing. This has more blue in it than this. You can definitely see the difference between these two, the two writings. And then the other one that I thought might look like it is Tom Studio's Dove Gray. And this almost looked like it's this color's Big Brother. Like this is a lighter version of this. That's Tom Studio's Dove Gray. Same thing, same area. All right, next one up, let's go to day 4. And day 4 is Colorverse Sailing Stones. And it's, you know what? It's drying so much darker than I thought it would. I am, wow. Even when I was taking notes and looking at the color, it looks darker now still. Sailing stone, let's get the description. Sailing stones is a color inspired by the phenomenon of sailing stones, rocks that seem to move on their own. Alrighty, yeah, there you go. Seem to move on their own. Sailing stone originally remind me of Monteverde moonstone. Let's see if I can find that one. Moonstone. I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. That's immediately when I saw that, I thought of Monteverde moonstone. Yeah, not. That's definitely a brown, and this is definitely in the taupey color. What is a taupey color? Taupey color is a orangey color. I think taupey is more orange, has more orange than orange yellow. So that one, yeah. It definitely gives off, let's get closer. It definitely gives off stones on a beach vibe. That's the color of stones that you find on a beach. That's what's in my brain. We're going with it. Okay, next one up is Rosette Nebula. That's day 5. And this is the one that I originally thought was a pink. Yeah. And to me, it shows up as a pinky undertone there. Almost wants to look like it wants to give me a shimmer too, but it's no shimmer in it. I think it's a definitely red winey color, more so than anything, especially in the writing. You can see I actually had to pull out my cards, my papers, because I wanted to see whether it would be in the red violet or the red color. And definitely it is in, let's put it that way, it's definitely more in the red rather than the red violet. Red violet is more pinky, and that's the hint I was thinking was coming out over here. It's not pink, it's just a really light red. I like the Rosette Nebula. I didn't say what it did I say? I'm gonna say it again anyway because I don't remember. Rosette Nebula was inspired by the beauty of the Roselle Nebula. Is that the right one? Maybe that's the wrong one. Day 5. Yeah, I typed it incorrectly. It definitely was inspired by the beauty of the Rosette Nebula, a rose in space. You know I'm gonna have to go dig in to find out what that looks like. I'd love to see that. Rose in space, interesting. Okay, the thing I like about this particular one, that the others, Edge of Night shows it in the shading. This one shows beautiful shading there. Oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. I love the way it just shows up so fully. I don't know if that you understand what I mean, but this is the color. You know, it's a summer just in and out, and you see light. This is just all red winey color. I'm enjoying this dark shading of it. You can see it in the writing here, and it actually makes me wonder how this ink particularly will look on other papers. Will that shading, that gorgeous shading, show up and come through on other papers, and how will it? Maybe I'll do a test on that. Anyway, next one up is Kilonova, and I'm saying it Kila. Kilonova is a color inspired by the intense explosion that occurs when two neutron stars merge. That is a violet. Look at the sheen. That's the thing that really cool. That is good. It looks, I described, the words I wrote were, it's a heady violet, like boom, heady violet with a coppery sheen. And you can even see some of that sheen in the flower. It's not picking up, but you can definitely see the sheens there, which I love. Day 6 is gorgeous. I love that. I think this nib, because of that sheen, I think the color, the ink, the nib, that's what I'm trying to say. The nib that would suit this, that I want to try first, is a larger nib, maybe a broad, maybe a stub, to see how that sheen and that violet color shows up. How does the, oh, look at that baby. Oh my gosh. Okay. Next one up is day 7, and day 7 is called Rover. Rover is a color inspired by unmanned rovers designed to explore the surface of planets. We've all seen the rovers. We've all seen them. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go with what they say because I don't see that. But everybody to his own. This to me, remember when I swatched it, it looked like it was coming up brown. I think it's a brownish, gray, blackish thing going on. When I first saw it, it was definitely brown, and then as it dried, or as I'm swatching it, the brown sort of disappeared. I think the brown is back. You can definitely see hints of brown. It almost wants to look like it's a shimmer coming in there as well, but I know none of these are shimmer. I don't know what to call that. What do you think this color is? What is your thoughts? What are your thoughts on what this color is? At some points in the light it looks green. At some points in the light it looks gray. What an interesting phenomenon, that color itself. Alrighty, last color is in this set is what's it called? Blue Moon. I was not here for like 2 seconds. This is day 8, and this is Blue Moon. Oh, you know what? It's showing up some pinky purpley things coming on there. Blue Moon is a color inspired by the phenomenon of a blue moon, which is the second full moon in a month. See, and I'm gonna have to look this up too. To me, this is kind of like a dusty blue teal color, and reminds me of, let me see if I can find it. I know what it reminds me of. That's what it's, I'm finding these things real quick. It reminds me of Diamond Glacier minus the shimmer. Oh yeah. It definitely reminds me of Diamond Glacier. And also, oh yeah, Blizzard. It's almost like a darker version of Blizzard. I mean, this a lighter version of Blizzard, I think. Although this has more teal in it than this one. This is definitely in the blue range, and that, I tell you, that pinky thing comes up as well. That is amazing. Alrighty, those are the first 8 inks of the Colorverse calendar. Colorverse calendar. Put a period at the end of that sentence. There you go. Which of these do you like most? Which one? And tell me your thoughts on what you think this color is too. That's an interesting thing. That's interesting. Anyway, part 2 coming up.